Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having an absolutely amazing Thursday. Super crazy. It's Thursday. But my name is Shay Toya, and I just wanted to hop on here real quick and share with you guys the importance of using an accounting software when it comes to your travel business, or no matter what business you are in. And again, I'm also a travel agent and a tax preparer. So I think this is super important to make sure you're using some type of accounting software, because it's just going to help you run your business a whole lot easier. Um, and so, first of all, everyone's situation is different when it comes to talking to a tax professional before you take any advice from this video. Okay, you want to eat that right now? Okay. Say hello.
Hello.
All right. What?
Who's that?
Mommy's friends on social media.
Oh. Ah.
Hi.
Mama.
Okay. Social media, mommy's friends. All right.
Mama.
Yes.
Who's that?
Mommy's friends. Okay.
Who's that?
I don't know, David. So as a travel agent, it is super important you are tracking your financials since you are independent contractor, and there is many deductions that you could possibly take as someone who is an independent agent. And if you're not organized or have that into place, then what's going to happen is you're going to miss out on all the deductions that you could possibly take, and have to pay more when it comes to the IRS, which none of us want. So it's super important that we're prepared at the end of the tax season, so that way we're not having to go back and look at what happened for the rest of the year, for that year, for the year that you're filing your taxes for. Um, and of course, be sure to talk to your tax professional when it comes to making sure that you're set up for this as well. If you have questions, I'm here as well. So about 2 weeks ago, I did talk about, I went over what deductions you can take as a travel agent. And then last week, I actually went into detail on how to deduct travel when it comes to being a travel agent and everything you should know. So if you have questions on that, be sure to watch that in my videos on my profile. I think that's super important. And if you are using an accounting software, you can either manage it yourself, or if you're busy, you can pay someone to do so, like a bookkeeper. So I think that's super important to take that into consideration. Are you the person that's going to be managing this, or are you going to have someone to do it for you? So just depending, I do think it's very important to have an idea of kind of the way your books work. That way you have an idea of what's going on within your business. I think that's super important. And also, depending on your situation, it may just be easier for you just to pay someone to do it for you. And if you keep track and stay up to date on your accounting software, it can be a whole lot easier at the end of the year during the tax season, for you to just be able to print out a P&L and to provide that to your tax preparer. And a P&L is pretty much an income statement that shows you your revenue, expenses, and profits over a certain period of time. And this will also help you within your travel business to understand your financial performance and identify any areas that you are possibly overspending, and make adjustments to make sure you are making money in your travel business. Because at the end of the day, like, it doesn't really matter how much money you're bringing in if you don't have any money in the bank. You want that? Me too, David. You got that. You got Candyland. We'll play that later, okay? So I think that's super important that we take that into consideration. Like, if you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you don't have anything to really show for it, like, really, what's the point? So I think that's super important to have some type of accounting software that's going to help you with making sure that you are running a successful business, and making sure that you're taking a look at your bottom line. Because if not, you're just running around that, the rat race. That's pretty much our goal, is to get out the rat race. And honestly, my favorite clients are those clients who are prepared when it comes to my tax business. Because if someone is prepared and they have the right accounting software, and then makes my job a whole lot easier, because all I'm really doing is putting in, the income that they've made and their expenses, and then that their P&L is going to break everything down for me. So it makes everything super, 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 super easy. And also because, my pricing when it comes to my tax preparation, preparation, my tax, um, services could actually be cheaper if you are prepared, because it's going to take less work. So I think that's super, super important, because if I'm having to go through, if we're having to go through all your big statements and kind of have an idea, like it's going to take a whole lot more work for us to do so. So of course my prices are going to be more. So I think that's very, very important. And if you're not using some type of software, then you're going to have to use like an Excel sheet. You're going to have to, that way you can organize your income and expenses. But to me, honestly, that's just unnecessary work, and I'd rather just use some type of software to help me automate this product or the system. And when it comes to tracking my income and expenses, I'm honestly personally using QuickBooks Self-Employed for now. It's since because right now when it comes to my travel business and my tax pre-preparation services, it's just me. And so because it's just me, like QuickBooks Self-Employed will do. And then as you grow, QuickBooks Online is actually great. For my hubby's business, we actually run and operate a construction business, and we are currently using QuickBooks Online. So QuickBooks Online is great for anyone who has employees and contractors and looking to expand and grow. And they also have features on that QuickBooks Self-Employed does not have. So personally, I would just take a look at what is it that you're trying to do within your business and decide, do you currently have employees? Do you need something that's a little bit more, I guess, has more features? And then you should use QuickBooks Online. But if you're just, currently just self-employed and you possibly want to use QuickBooks online in the future, and of course, QuickBooks Online costs more than QuickBooks Self-Employed, which I think is super, super important. So with either software that you use, if it's QuickBooks Online or QuickBooks Self-Employed, it's going to provide you the ability to track your income and expenses. As I said, QuickBooks Online is just going to give you a bigger scale, provide you more options when it comes to than what QuickBooks Self-Employed offers. And then also with both softwares, it's going to provide you the ability to connect your banking accounts, and this is going to give you an option to pretty much automate the process. And then pretty much what you're going to do is it's going to help you stay organized and also not be overwhelmed. And it's going to give you some peace of mind knowing that your books and everything is organized. And then someone who is self-employed, they may still have their income from their business account going into their personal account. So that's super, super important to understand, with that. With QuickBooks Self-Employed, it's also going to allow you to mark what came out of your if you have your accounts similar, it's going to provide you the option to be able to mark, okay, this was an actual business expense, this was a personal expense, and it needs to be, or that needs to be split. And that pretty much what it means by being split is that your expenses were meant for both. As an example, you could be using, let's say, just gas, which you use for fuel and that you put into your vehicle to go to a meeting. So you went to the gas station and put gas so you can go to the meeting. But at the same time, you also went to the grocery store, which was a personal time. So with that, you can actually take into a percentage of what was used for personal use and what was used for business, which makes it a whole lot easier at the end of the year when you're looking to do your taxes. And then doing all this is going to help you run reports such as a P&L, which is a profit and loss statement. And during the tax season, that provides your tax professional an easy, pretty much, document that reports and breaks down the total of income, expenses, and categories such as travel, rent, and much more that's going to go towards your business, which is super, super important. And that way, as I was saying before, if you're not tracking this, all you're pretty much is hoping, and like if you're not tracking what's coming in and out of your business when it comes to tax season, like you possibly may have to pay more because you didn't track and be prepared. So I think that's very, very important that you're tracking, and QuickBooks or whatever software, accounting software that you decide to use will help you do so. And I'm actually an affiliate when it comes to QuickBooks Online or self-employed. So if you are looking to get an accounting software set up, please let me know. Right now there is a lot of promotions going on, but I would love to help you do so. If you have any questions with what I went over, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'm here. Thank you so much.